Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
H.E.R.Rbe Production.
7 Mile Radio.
Warning.
Hey y'all!
You are tuned in with her
Her
vibes
vibes, and it's Yanni,
and Diva, and we back.
and we back.
We fixed it, so if you
We
tune
back
in on
like
YouTube,
we never left. Period.
we up there, we on there.
We on there. So Mark tell us to get hype. So
Mark
we hyping the
so
studio.
the thing
please
is,
brighten it
that
up
ain't
in
it.
the
We
So what
hype.
Mark say that we be loud before the show start, and we be loud
And we
after
be-
the show go off. But when
but
the
when
show
the
on,
show going on,
we
we
don't
be
talk
low.
loud enough. Be like, y'all be all
We
gotta
put
whisper.
our
They be trying to get
sexy
them little
voice
sexy
on.
First of all, when the show come
Hey,
on,
give us the
we
energy.
turn on our healing energy voice. That's what happens.
Oh,
Cause
that
I
what it
turn
is?
into Ivana.
We turn, yes, she does. But
And I do this
we turn on our healing
regularly.
energy voice. That's what that is.
So you
Oh,
gotta
okay.
understand
Oh.
what it is. So again,
Cause that was reminding me of that ghost off Mario Brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Boy,
When you
shut
turn
up.
it back and it turn into a monster when you look at him and get all quiet and shit. Like, yeah, you was
you know
I
what?
was
Nobody
worried.
has
We
time
had
for
to turn.
you.
We had to turn on our healing energy voice.
I like your hair, Diva.
Thank you.
You always
Y'all,
come in with
so
bright colors.
I
and,
went to Chicago yesterday for the Taste Fest, and yeah, the people on my I was on a charter bus. I was a bus captain, but it's so funny because I'm like, well, y'all can't get lost. They're like, yeah, we know how to find our way back. We just look for your
look
hair.
for the light bulb on top of your head, huh?
Just look for your
Just
hair.
look for my hair.
That's it.
Yeah, but I got a lot of stops and, oh my God, you're so brave, and I would never do that, and that's why I'm me and you. Period.
Because why would
Well,
I want you to do what I do?
See, I can imagine that y'all get some of the most, listen, women, period, right? Get some of the just the most loaded, half-ass compliments and shit in the world. Like, 'cause what kind of shit did that to say to somebody? Like, that's so brave of you. Like, I would never do that. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, what is that
And
really
don't-
saying?
that-
And
But
people really
the
think
thing
that
is,
that's a compliment.
that I still took it as a compliment because that was your own insecurity. So you can't project your shit on me.
Period.
You can't. My vibe is too high. I'm too
That's what I be
elevated
telling people.
to get on your level.
My
So,
energy is up
like,
here.
I mean, the thing
Your
about it-
energy down
and-
here.
and
So you
honestly,
can
right,
I'm
never.
never gonna meet you on your level. You
Honestly,
have to rise to meet me. So
You, the
Rise to
the woman that
occasion.
said that probably it wouldn't work for her, right?
right. So the woman who said
Right.
it,
she
or
know what's good for you.
It wouldn't work
and
for her, or she too fearful. Because the thing is, and I can't always say that I've always been like this my whole life because I probably didn't start actually coloring my hair until I decided to cut it all off. I was like, I cut it all off and I started playing in color, and I probably could
Baby, you
played in
done been
color.
purple,
Yeah.
pink,
Yeah, I mean,
orange,
every
blue,
show you got a whole
red,
nother different
green.
vibe. Like,
Listen here, baby done been every color of the rainbow,
I
okay?
probably could've-
And she wear it
I
well.
probably could have colored it when I had hair, but I didn't think of that. So my thing is, at this point in my life, we not here for a long time. We're here for a good time.
And
So I'm
that's
gonna
it.
make the best of the time I got here, and I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I feel like doing whenever I feel like doing it. So if I wake up tomorrow and I want zebra hair, I'm gonna make that shit happen. That's just who I am as a person now. Life is
And that's what it is.
people always
Yeah.
running around talking about life is too short, but the thing is, people be so wrapped up on what they can't accomplish, or they equate their happiness to material things. Our only purpose in life is to be happy, and there's a lot of people faking happy in the world because they're equating their happiness to what car they drive, what house they live in, how many likes they get on Instagram,
the
what they
affirmations
friends
and
think
What they
about.
commendations of other
friends
people.
Your
Yeah.
happiness
Everybody
comes
else.
from within yourself. I got a tattoo on my hand that say rich. And everybody be like, oh, you a ball. This nigga ran into me tomorrow. Oh, you got money. I said, no, I realize I create my own happiness. That's what that stands for. Rich stands for I realize I create my own happiness. There ain't nobody else's job to make me happy but mine.
That's it. That's
And
all.
that is a good segue into the topic
Into the
of
topic.
today's
So what's the
show.
topic today? What's the topic?
The topic is reality versus perception. Do we mislead ourselves? And this is not pertaining to any one thing. It's not just relationships or friendships. This is a plethora of things
Right.
in the world. Reality versus perception. The best scenario is Instagram, because we all, Instagram and Facebook, social media period, we all know somebody that is one way on, somebody that we personally know that is one way online, and in real life
in
you
real
like,
life.
that's fake, that's a lie, you're not doing that,
You
you're
never
not like
did
that. Like, why are you acting like
Why
you
you
are
acting
this
like
person?
this?
Because
Yeah.
you have equated your happiness to something else. So now you got to keep
To
up this,
somebody else's perception of you.
And you gotta keep
they
up this
create,
facade.
they
You gotta keep
created
up this facade.
whole- yeah, they created
Did
their
you
whole
say the first way
facade.
first? You said
I
fast
did.
stage.
I
Yeah,
did.
facade.
Oui, oui, boo, boo.
Okay, that's period. They create these characters. Like that's it. They're a whole new character just to appease other people's, like, I guess, views and all this other stuff.
People
Where
get
I
wrapped
feel like
up in
I'm authentically me, regardless of wherever I'm
You
at,
have
whatever
to
I'm
be.
doing. When
You
I'm
have to
marrying
be.
somebody, I'm still me. I'm still me. Like that's just me. That's my
I
energy. That's my
also feel
spirit.
like a
It
lot
is
of
what it
people
is.
don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Take it
Oh,
water.
water.
No,
Thank you.
I'm just messing.
He barely didn't want to give me.
He said no. That's what I said. Thank you.
He cussed me out before he gave me this water. I just want you to know.
But yeah, I think it more so is people don't know who they are.
See what
So
I'm saying?
therefore, they
I'm
can't
glad
be
y'all saw
themselves.
that in mirror.
They didn't. It
They
wasn't on
didn't
you.
see it. It wasn't on you.
Oh, see, you know what?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's
What
weird
you
of you
talking
to
about?
do.
We be having too much fun, y'all. But yeah, so people don't know who they are. So we always talk about this. Anytime we start talking about this, it's always become a thing. People don't like themselves, let alone love themselves. So they damn sure don't know who they are. So
Right.
if you don't know yourself, then how can you be your authentic self if you have no idea who you are? You're a stranger to yourself.
People, it's I don't know, like it's given like take some time and sit in the fucking dark and get to know you. Like that's what I feel like people. Yes,
I
in the dark. Sit your ass in the dark.
People be
and
afraid to
figure
confront
out
that shit though.
who the fuck you are and confront every aspect of yourself. Like I mean, from the
People be afraid.
ugliest parts to the very, very happy parts. You have to do that because the only way to truly be happy and get to that level, you know, and that real glow, you know what I'm saying? I hate when people are like, oh, you're glowing now because you left that situation or whatever. No,
It be
I'm
something good within
glowing
yourself.
because I'm happy.
Because I'm
Because I
me.
know me. I know who I am.
I'm at this point. I'm
I've
so happy now,
elevated.
and I'm doing it. So now I'm excited, and it's cool now. Like
Yeah.
I don't.
And I don't care about what nobody else motherfucking thinks.
So,
That'd be the first thing. I
Remember
feel
we
like
told
the
y'all that
first
on
fucking
our
step,
first show. We
fuck
told
them
y'all the
people.
first rule of self care is
fuck them people.
fuck them people.
And fuck what they say. Because
Because
fuck
when
them
you
people
are
mean fuck what they
always
say.
obligated to think, if you doing shit based on what somebody gonna think of you or how somebody else gonna feel, you are gonna have a miserable fucking life because you can't make everybody happy. So you better work on making you happy because you can't please everybody else.
I 100% be like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because
Period.
people, like when I started my wedding business, you know, and my whole book, like when I started writing my book and came with the idea and said, hey, I'm coming out with a book this year. I had a lot of people like, oh, with great feedback, whatever, whatever. But I also had a lot of people like, why would you write a book? Who want to read that? And or I had a lot of people like with the wedding business like, you're gonna marry people? Like what? How are you gonna do that?
It's a lot of times people will disguise, trying to help you with trying to give you.
It's not even that. They going off of the fact that we are who we are as people. So we gonna have a good time. We gonna be ratchet. We gonna be loud. And they like, you gonna be a wedding official. Well, bitch, I'm not gonna go to the wedding and be ratchet and loud and twerking in the. Like I'm not gonna perform the wedding that way.
Reception is a different story, but I'm
Like when
definitely
I marry,
100% professional
like when
at
I
the wedding.
marry them, you think she really gonna be up there marrying people? Like, do you take him to be your wife? Do you
And
take,
period. Period. That's
y'all
it.
may now kiss and love and
And love
hug.
and hug.
Like
and
she is
that's
not
it.
marrying people in that way, and I ain't never even been to a wedding and witnessed it, but I know her, and I know she's not at a wedding being ratchet. Like if that's what y'all thought, y'all crazy.
I'm 100% professional at everything I do, like business wise. Like me and Mark was just having a conversation off air about this professionalism. Like even when it comes to like pictures, like people they want to come looking all ratchet because that's what social media or whatever is familiar with.
That's what their level of standard
accepting.
is. That's what their level of quality is.
I be, because I know Mark is real good with media, so and photos and things like that. So I'm always come to my guy, like, you know what I'm saying, this headshot, how you think, you know what I'm saying, because I value what he's doing or whatever, like, because he's professional when it comes to what he does on his platform. He's definitely professional. So at the end of the day, I perform everything I do, like business wise, it's 100% professional. But on this platform right here that I've been given to speak, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do because this is healing energy with random ratchetness. So I'm gonna give you this healing energy, but I'm also gonna come with a little bit of sprinkle a little ratchet here and there. Because baby, you gonna need it and you gonna relate to it. So, but at the end of the day, I'm definitely gonna give you what you need. I'm definitely gonna keep it 100 with you, and I'm always gonna be authentically me. Like after the wedding was over, and we was at the reception, like me and the groom outside throwing up 7 Mile. He like, I'm from 7 Mile. I'm like, I mean, I'm too. But West Side though, not. He from the West Side too. It was another lady who was trying to East Side. I said, coming. Nah, baby, nah.
I knew it was coming.
Nah, baby. But yeah, at the end of the day or whatever, like, and then the bride, she texted me this morning like, I love your energy. You are so freaking cool. Like, they gave me a gift and everything. You know, I don't think I sent you that picture, but they gave me a gift and everything.
They always gifting her.
So
if y'all was doubting that she was professional, then they wouldn't be giving her gifts after every occasion that she do. Like,
and I get great freaking reviews. Like, everybody who I ever serviced, and that's not just the wedding.
Slighted ass compliments or slighted ass advice. Oh, well, you. I hope you don't dress like you dress at the club.
Why would I do that?
Just like
why are
you
worried about
slighted
it?
ass suggestions, right?
Yeah,
I hate people like that. That's the reason why I don't tell people about the things that I got going on. Like, because here's the thing: the more you tell people, the more they feel like they can tell you about you.
Yeah, like I said, even with the book situation, and I said what I was writing about. Somebody was like, "Why would you want to write about that? Like, it's just a tell-all about your business." No, bitch.
So it is, and the thing is, it might be a tell-all about my business, but it could also be a helping guide for somebody that's going through it or been through it, and they be like, damn, well, if she overcame it, then I can too.
Right, and also people don't, like, that's what we're talking about, like, you got to confront yourself, and you got to confront your demons, and you got to dig deep, right? My thing is, my book is about childhood traumas, right? And it's not also, it leads up to adult traumas too, and my thing is, you got to start somewhere, right? Exactly. Your childhood traumas in the Black community, we don't confront that shit. We don't confront what really triggered us, and it could be something very small or it could be something very traumatic or whatever, but at the end of the day, it is a trauma that you face, and you never ever confront it.
Understand the effects of trauma. It's people that are grown. So I got a homegirl, and I'm not gonna put her out there, but she just told me herself. She was like, I just found out that intimacy and sex wasn't the same thing, and she a grown ass. She older than me. She a grown ass woman. So my thing is, you know, we don't face shit, and people be so afraid. So I teach my daughter all the time, because Amora feels ashamed when she has to ask a question. She don't want to have to ask something. She want to already know stuff, or she just feel like she's a super genius or something. So I'm like, Amora, it's okay to ask questions. I said, and anybody
is smart though.
I said, has anybody ever made you feel bad about asking a question? The person's making you feel bad about asking the question is probably the idiot. I said, because the smartest people ask questions, and the thing is, adults be ashamed to,
because they're trying to keep you in the dark. They don't want you to know.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you shouldn't have no shame in not knowing something or not knowing how to deal with something. People think that once you become an adult, you're supposed to have this shit together. People think that when you have children, you're supposed to have this shit together. Everything in life is a learning experience. We do not come into the world knowing every fucking thing.
Parenthood, adulthood, it's no manual to how you supposed to move with these different things. Like, it's no manual to a relationship. It's really learning.
A manual or a script to where if this thing worked for you, you may not be able to take this thing and apply it to your parenting situation.
And it's so
and
true.
it be the solvent.
Because we all come from an era of, well, my grandma raised me like this, and my daddy did this, and my auntie did that. And the thing is, nobody has the booklet on it. So therefore, if it was broken when they were doing it, and then you still sending it on down the generational line, and it's still broken, you just passing a whole bunch of broken shit to the rest of the generation.
That's them damn childhood traumas that y'all ain't motherfucking facing.
But
therefore,
think about that though. Think about that when people say stuff like that. It's like, okay, so what you're saying is that you recognize the problem,
but you ain't gonna change it.
Recognize where it came from.
You ain't gonna change it because grandma said it was okay.
Thirdly, you're saying this to me as if this is a reason why it should be okay that you're this way. I just went through this with somebody on one of the other shows. You know how I like to give y'all creative critique, right? You know what I'm saying? Constructive criticism. And I was having a conversation with one of the shows, and I was telling one of the young ladies how she just kind of overbearing on the microphone. She just overtalks everybody, which we all do sometimes. I mean, but this, you know what I mean?
Especially when you get caught up in talking.
And then it's a full panel, right?
Yeah.
And now this person goes and say, well, you know, that's why my name is this or that, and I'm like that because my family is like that. And it's like, okay, so
that don't make it right.
But that don't make it right. I don't have to accept you for being like this because your family passed this dumb shit down to you.
So that's just a reason for me to accept it.
You are acknowledging the fact that you're the problem.
So you recognize it and you won't correct it.
You don't want to correct it.
Like, Those are the craziest people to me. You're acknowledging the problem.
Leave the situation and continue to be how you are.
Instead of just taking the constructive criticism and be better.
And that's the reason why I can't give constructive criticism to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I can't
everybody
tell people.
Can't take it.
Everybody can't take it.
They think
the thing is, I think more so people feel like, I was about to say that, like, people don't know how, and then that also stems from childhood. So in a home where you teach your kids accountability, right? If they do something, they got to be accountable for their actions. But mostly in black homes, accountability for your actions always leading to getting your ass whooped, because that's how we are raised. We are raised, oh, you did that, I'm fucking you up. So therefore, now you are a grown up and you don't want to be accountable because your mental is thinking that accountable means in trouble. Me being accountable means I'm going to be in trouble, and that's accountability and trouble is not supposed to go hand in hand. You're not supposed to have to feel like if I'm accountable for something, then I did something wrong or I'm in trouble.
It's just fix what it is.
You need to know that you did it.
Know how to correct what
and
it is that you
and I had to
wrong.
correct myself in parenting. I had to check me about that because I can't recognize something I do. When you know better, you do better. So therefore, when Amore is guilty of something, I make her accountable, and I make sure that I don't punish or let her know you're not about to get a whooping. It's not gonna end in you being on punishment. But I need you to know that you did this if you did it, and you need to own up to doing it. And if you didn't mean to do it, then you need to apologize for doing it.
My son checked the shit out of me the day before his 6th birthday. Just, you know what I'm saying, last week. I'm eating potato chips. I'm going, got the potato chip bag. I'm reaching my hand in there. I'm a man. I eat chips. I grab a whole handful. You know what I'm saying? And he grabbed the chip. He did the same thing. I'm like, man, stop eating chips like that, man. Like, you can't. Your hand is so small.
Yeah.
He tells me, that's the way you did it. I'm like, oh shit.
That's the way you did it. He's following behind you.
I literally just had me and my homeboy just had this conversation. I was just having this conversation with him, and I said we are people that tell our kids do as I said we cannot be the parents that say, oh, do as I say and not as I do. I say because kids are visual sponges. So no matter if you sitting around walking around the house like, yeah, when you grow up you better not smoke weed, but here you is walking past,
rolling up the blunt.
Rolling up a blunt. It's weed all over the house. The kid know you smoke weed and you like, yeah, you don't smoke weed when you get older, but here you is having sessions in front of this baby all the time. Or you can't tell them and then be like, well, they're like, well, my mama smoked. It can't be too bad because my mama smoked. It can't be too bad. My daddy smoked.
I
it
know
can't
me
be too bad.
personally, like when it comes to kids, when it comes to the kids or whatever, I literally don't let them see certain things. Like certain aspects of me, I just don't let them see because it's not for them.
The thing about it was, because again, like I'm glad you brought that up because I don't smoke around him. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it was just the fact that it was something that little. Something like me eating chips and the way he seen me grab the chips and the way I ate, and he grabbed the chips and ate them the same way. And that little.
Like they definitely walk in your footsteps.
And then
so tread light.
And then
you looking at him like, don't do it like this. Because he's making a mess.
Right.
But he like, you did it even though you're not making a mess. But nigga, this is the way you did it.
He's like, I want to do it like you, daddy.
Like, I be like my daddy.
You did it. And that's exactly what he said. He's like, I want to do it like you do it.
You did it like that, so why can't do it like this?
Like that's the key. That's the thing. Kids are a reflection of us. Like everybody want to be like, everybody want to be
and me knowing
like their
that,
parent.
Me knowing that and understanding that about kids before that, but then
that was like a spot on example that was in your face, like yeah.
He and I think showed me.
A lot of people don't understand that, but
that was the reality. He gave you the reality you needed.
Most definitely.
So the reason why I came across this topic is because I've had conversations all this week. And I had my therapy this morning. Me and my therapist was kicking it tough, and I'm like, damn, you just helped me figure out.
T-shirt guy on YouTube. Hold on, just real quick. You just said accountability is shameful for us because we are condemned by our beliefs.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, that's true.
That's true. That's so true. So
like what you said, we believe that there's gonna be some repercussions for it. I mean,
that is true.
Like I'm mad, I'm wrong.
Like, trouble,
so I don't want to be wrong.
Accountability.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. I don't want to be wrong. And it's nothing wrong.
It's nothing wrong with being wrong, especially
because we can't always be right. We can't all be right all the time.
Corrected though.
Like I'm always right.
Because even when I'm wrong, I'm still right.
I'm always right though.
But okay.
I'm just playing, y'all. I'm really not like that, but I am with certain people, so I'm always right. Like,
but the thing is, like, it's okay with being wrong and taking that accountability, especially if somebody is there to like broader you the understanding and the correction that's needed. So therefore, you need that. You need that part or whatever because you're never gonna grow if you don't learn to be accountable for your actions and take the criticism and take the things from other people that's trying to help you and put you in a better position. Exactly. You're never gonna grow. And that's why people be so like small, and that's why they can't elevate. That's why they can't, because they can't even take the smallest accountability.
They can't work with other people. They can't grow. They can't. Function in society because the whole world revolves around them, and
Right.
everything that they think is right in the world is wrong by them.
Exactly.
Right, or they walk around with that whole that chip. That's what that is. That chip on your shoulder. Like somebody owe you something. Nobody owe you
Like
nothing.
y'all not entitled to anything. Nobody owes
And
you
that
anything.
them entitlements. Oh, Jesus
Like that
Christ.
nobody owes you anything.
I hate the entitled people.
But the reason why I thought this was a good topic, I had a lot of conversations this week, and more so, and like I said, I was kicking with my therapist, and the topics I was having, every outcome of those topics was more so about the perception of what we thought it was, and the reality of what it really became. And I was like, dang, you just made me think of my topic today. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, because. But I've been talking about this. I've been having multiple conversations with people all week, and that's been the outcome: perception versus reality. So I had a conversation when I was getting my hair did. So we chopping it up over there, and she was saying how it's messed up because the dating pool and men and women, they was like, men perceive they deal with a woman and she's a certain way, or they didn't dealt with somebody and whatever they did worked. And so then they categorize all women to be perceived as such because this one woman that you dealt with was this way. Now you perceive that every woman is like that. I said, I guess we do it as well.
And as women, we do that as well. So unfortunately,
we deal
do
with
that.
a man and perceive that all men are like them, or we equate people to their signs. Like, oh, I ain't never dealing with this sign.
Right?
I ain't never dealing with that sign.
We'll see certain traits in their characteristics or their personality and equate them to another person we dealt with that was the same way. It's like, oh, well, I ain't dealing with you because it's going to end up like that.
Exactly. And you could meet somebody, so they be like, oh, yeah, like I ain't never talking to a Pisces, or I ain't never talking to a Scorpio, whatever the case may be. But here, this person had these characteristics about them, and then you meet somebody and they a whole different version. So that's just perception versus reality. Just because this person was that way don't mean that every person and then I told y'all them signs get deep. You're not even one sign, you like three. So that all pans itself out anyway, because you could be a Scorpio, Aries, Taurus, and then the other person was a Scorpio, Pisces, Libra. So that's why they were different.
So they're not even a whole Scorpio.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You like three different signs.
So you're applying terms and conditions to yourself that's not even really completely you, because you don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
Exactly.
Because you don't even know who you are.
Know thyself.
Know who you are. That's the. If you don't heard nothing else, know who you are.
Know thyself.
Know who you are.
And don't be afraid to know yourself. I think people, like I said, I told you, I think people be afraid to be alone. Then people be afraid to open up to other people. I told you
they need to go sit their ass in the dark.
Yeah, but people don't want to sit with their shit. That's the thing.
The bottom.
That's scary.
Of who they is.
That's scary as hell.
You know, when I wrote my book,
because I mean, you gotta call yourself out.
Like I cried after, because it was a lot of stuff in that book that I haven't talked about. I haven't talked about in 20 years. You know what I mean? So me actually sitting down and actually putting a pen to the paper and just
not knowing that everybody else is about to read it.
And then and I had a great moment too. Like it was happy tears too, because it was like, yeah, this is really gonna help somebody.
Because what you gotta know is it's a release. I just had this conversation with my sister. She had called me one day. We got deep or whatever, and she was like, "Nah, I'm crying," and I was like, "That's okay, you can cry, because crying is cleansing." I said, my therapist told me that when I was like 12 years old. I thought crying made me weak. Oh, I'm weak because I'm showing tears. She's like, no, crying is cleansing. You're not supposed to walk around pent up emotions and never letting them out. Crying is cleansing.
That's what makes serial killers. When you walk around with all them emotions and you don't let them out,
and you just got everything bottled up, and
serial killers,
or it all explodes, and you always. So if you are a person that's always in some toxic shit, or always in some drama, or it's always an altercation, it ain't like, and you sitting around talking about, why do drama always follow me? Think to yourself, have you ever dealt with any of the emotions that you hold on to? It's people that's walking through life depressed as hell and don't know what to do with it.
It's people who don't have any type of empathy or any type of sympathy about anybody else's situation. They literally will see somebody get shot in front of them and not blink, not bat an eye.
You could be telling them a sob story and they be like, oh yeah, that's messed up.
Like, that's messed up.
But what you doing today? What the fuck I'm doing today? Didn't you just hear me say?
What? You didn't hear that?
That's sad, but
okay.
What's next?
Next.
I gotta have a surgery. I'm going to the doctor, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it. That's messed up.
Dang.
Like, damn, what you eat later and shit.
So what you gonna do before you go to surgery?
Yeah.
Pray I don't die? What the fuck are you talking about?
Like, you want to smoke? About? Like, they be like that. You want to smoke? Like that be the one. Like, nigga, did you hear what I told you?
Okay,
It was nothing.
Cool.
Oh, okay. But yeah, like, people don't know how to. I remember it, like, even like chapter 1 of my book. I read it to my sister before I told the world I was coming out with this, and then she was crying on the phone like, "You really about to let everybody know that happened?"
Yeah.
I'm like, She read shit like she was on the phone crying, like, cause I mean it was a trauma that she was a part of too. So she was like, I can't believe you really about to say that. I said, yeah, it's time. Like I feel like it's time. Like this is my release. You know what I mean? This was therapy. So
as it should be. Yeah, but so we was also talking about perception versus reality because people tend to perceive you one way and don't know the reality of you. And I had this conversation in my barbershop actually. Because of the way I look, I was told that you gonna get some of the worst dudes that say crazy shit to you because of the way I look. And I say,
and what the fuck do that mean?
I say because
like I'm so annoyed.
he's like, well, you got tattoos, you got color hair, you wear long nails, you got the piercings. I say, so what you saying? I look like a freak hoe? Like, what is we talking about? I look like I stripped somewhere. What are you saying?
What?
And it was crazy. He was like, I'm not saying that. He's like, that's not what I'm saying because I don't want you to be in here offended. He's like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that men gonna approach you one way because he was like, I know we're not supposed to judge people off appearance. He's like, but they gonna look at you, they gonna see you, and they gonna come to you and probably test it and say something crazy. And then he's like, anybody that hold a conversation with you know that you have substance. He's like, but most niggas don't think about having a conversation with a woman when they first see her. That's not what they're thinking about. Right. They're not gonna think that, oh damn, she's smart as hell, damn, she deep as hell, damn, she dope as hell.
Appearance.
Right. He like they off appearance. So he was like, I'm like, you kind of right. I do get niggas that say crazy stuff to me. You dance somewhere? No. I don't even have a stripper body. This is all natural. I don't have no plastic, nothing. So no, I don't strip anywhere. So, like, what made you think that?
Them strippers be kind of ran down though.
Well, the thing about it is, like, as a dude,
you look better than a stripper.
As a man, okay, it's a pattern that you see with certain types of looks on certain type of women. You know what I mean? And again, like we just talked about perception versus reality, or when you see. When you dealt with a certain kind of person, we just talking about the character, personality traits. You deal with one person and you deal with another person that got that same personality trait. You think that they all alike, right? So again, that look is synonymous with a certain type, like you see, she said, all the strippers. You know what I mean? When you talk about the colored hair, and so that's what it is.
But
that
I've
saying.
been doing this since 2015. Like they just jumped on the trend. I said it. Like this ain't that.
Period.
Okay, but see, but you know that the guy that just seen you right there, he don't know that you've been wearing that shit there, and he don't care. That's not a conversation that he gonna have. How long have you been wearing your hair color? Since 20? Oh well, yeah, you're not one of those stripper girls. That's not. He's not thinking that. So that logic, to carry that logic is like throw it out the window. And the man ain't thinking about that. So and that's all I'm saying. You know, and I'm not saying again that because I know you, so I'm not. I know you. Know what I mean? So that's the thing. You know what I mean? Because when I walk up the block, I mean, well, the thing about it, the reason why it's messed up, it is messed up, but that's what we see. And then a certain look is synonymous with a certain type of personality in women. You know what I mean? Just like the same thing with dudes. You know what I mean? You see a certain type of dude, you know what I'm saying? They got a certain kind of look. You're going to hold him like, oh, that's one of them type of niggas. I don't want one of them. You know what I mean? So we all got the same. It's the same thing on both spectrums. You know what I mean?
It truly is. Because we're not supposed to judge people when we see them, but we do.
But we do.
It's automatically. We do.
It's inevitable. Like I don't know why people are like, oh, I don't judge. Girl, shut the fuck up. You judging anybody and everybody.
Everybody
you see
judges.
them. Like
if you see a bodybuilder type dude, you might hold him to have a certain type of personality. You see a dude that's walking up the block with, you know, skinny cut up jeans and dreads and shit, you know what I mean, with a fanny pack on. You gonna carry him
not
to have a certain kind of.
I'm so sick of the purses.
Not a fanny
pack. You know what I'm saying? You gonna
why you got on a purse?
A man purse. You know what I mean? You're gonna hold him to have a certain kind of personality. So that's all that it is, you know what I mean? So he said it's like, hey, you know what I mean, when I look at you, you know, you may have
never come fanny pack. That's it.
Never
you
come
that kind
purse.
of look that a dude to talk to you crazy.
I don't got time.
Jacquees was on the red carpet with a whole purse at the BT Awards, and y'all gonna act like y'all ain't see that. I saw it. It was a whole bag.
What, he have a Birkin?
It was a purse. Men don't carry purses. Who told y'all that was cool?
Listen,
I don't care what label is on it. Nigga, you're not supposed to carry a purse.
T-shirt guy summed it up on YouTube. T-shirt guy summed it up on YouTube, I guess, quite nice. He said, all professions have an identifying uniform, okay? Hoes, firemen, etc.
But that's not true. I know hoes is fully clothed and don't even look like hoes, and they hoes. So ain't no uniform.
Yeah, you right about that, but it's just, again, I mean, you know, mechanics that can fix cars and ain't walking around in a damn onesie either. You know what
exactly. I mean? So that's what I'm saying.
So it's not a uniform.
You can't. It's no uniform.
It's no uniform to it.
Because you can't tell who is what.
Right. Like, people see me, like,
It was
on regular.
it was a man that was a serial killer that went home to his family every day, and he had a professional job. He was killing people by night, and a whole doctor or dentist or some shit during the daytime.
What we're saying is this look is synonymous with a certain type of occupation.
Not for real, because like people when they see me dressed but when people see me dressed outside or whatever, and I got on my clothes, I might have on some shorts or whatever the hell, and you see all my tattoos, I'm very tatted up or whatever. But then when you see me in my wedding officiant gear, it's completely a different thing. Like, so therefore it's two different.
You're wearing
things.
a uniform. You're dressing accordingly.
But
okay,
I'm saying,
listen.
when somebody see me, they don't know like, oh, you're a wedding officiant.
Okay, but my point is, if you go to a hospital, a doctor dresses like a doctor, right? Okay. If you go to a restaurant, a chef dresses like a chef.
But strippers don't always dress like strippers.
Okay, and chefs don't always dress like chefs.
Right.
Listen, but see y'all not understanding.
He said all professions have an identifying uniform.
You're not
Hoes,
understanding what I'm
firemen,
saying.
etc.
All I'm saying is, if somebody see me personally, they don't know what I do.
Okay, if you're a wedding officiant, you don't wear wedding officiant shit 24/7, ma'am.
No, that's my point. That is my point.
When you're
I get your point, but
stop flipping it over and just to miss the point. What we're saying is, when you go to work, people that work certain jobs wear certain uniforms. Can you agree?
Yes.
Okay, we're not talking about when they're not at work. What we're talking about is this is a look that goes with a certain type of job. No different than them. So we're not talking about when she's not stripping. We know that the stripper doesn't look like a stripper when she's not fucking stripping. That's besides the point. We know that a cook doesn't dress like a cook when she's not cooking. So why are you saying like that's okay? We know that.
Okay, so what do he mean by that?
But the thing is, like, to get back to what the man said to her, he's seeing her in her rare form or whatever, like herself, and he's saying she looks like, she could be perceived as a stripper.
And the thing, I didn't have on nothing revealing. My titties wasn't out, booty wasn't out. I was clothed.
It's a stereotype in that man's head. Just like I said,
you got piercings, it's a stereotype. You got tattoos.
That's the type of look.
Tattoos. Boy,
who don't?
I guess it's hard to explain it to someone who I guess don't see it. Make a long story short,
right?
Because it's just like that's the look that we as a man we see that look, the colored hair that's the look we see on strippers. Okay. So when we see that on women outside, we just automatically make that connection like, oh, she must strip because she got the colorful hair and all that. And that's not to say that all women who are strippers, but that's just synonymous with. That's what we see. It's a pattern. That's all.
Mm. But I guess that definitely just goes back to the topic,
perception
because
reality.
People's perception is one thing, but then when it's reality, when you actually talk to
somebody,
her,
and this ain't that.
Like,
and
when
that
you
ain't
actually
it.
have a
That's
conversation,
perception versus reality. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, people's perceptions be so far
the topic
out.
was in my barbershop, and so that's what he said. So he was like, I'm just saying, he's like, now anybody that hold a conversation with you come with substance. He was like, so even if a man coming to you thinking that, once he start talking to you, he's like, yeah, let me get the fuck away from her because she about to cuss me out.
I can't hold a candle to her.
Yeah, like this ain't that.
It's crazy. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, people's perceptions really definitely be like far off from what the reality is.
And then there's a lot of people,
perceptions be ridiculous.
It's
crazy.
A lot of people who want you to perceive. They want their reality and their perception to be one and the same. They want to be perceived to make you think that that is a reality. They don't even want you to know they
will their imagination into existence. Basically.
Okay.
That's just called delusion.
Delusion.
That's what that is. Because delusional people, that's what they do.
I know listen.
Like, they be telling a story, you was there and that didn't happen. Like, nigga,
what the hell?
You.
Right.
I
was right there. Do you not
I'm glad we talk about this, right? Because this just happened to me the other day.
I was with you.
So,
and that didn't happen.
So this just happened to me. Somebody made a whole Facebook post or whatever. And it, it was referring to me, my children's father. Mm-hmm. He made a whole Facebook post referring to me. He was saying his family basically was giving his information to me, like running down his business to me, and saying they stirring up shit in his life. I ain't talked to this man all week. I don't know what he talking about or none of that or whatever. And somebody said, y'all beefing? I just talked to you yesterday. I didn't know y'all was beefing. I'm like, I don't know what bro talk about because I'm not beefing with nobody. And he literally had a whole thing. And I'm like, What the fuck is he talking about? That never even happened.
Some people live off of attention.
Like,
some
it's like,
people
do you want
need
some attention today?
They
like,
need it. They can't
bro,
live without it.
Like, we haven't had.
Maybe that's
and we are cordial.
a conclusion that he jumped to based off of. I don't know. I don't know
No,
shit
I
about
think-
the situation.
So boom,
now.
here we
No,
go.
but
I don't know shit
Perception
about the
versus
situation.
reality. So
Right.
people, and the
He's-
thing is,
but
men
he's
do that all the
creating a
time.
I didn't see the stat. I don't
Right,
know the
but
nigga.
listen,
I don't.
He's creating a perception that me and him is like into it, and somebody is giving his information to me, and now I'm like up his, fighting with him
Like, just
about it.
ask me, bro.
But the thing is, I haven't had no bad conversations with this man. Like, we've only talked about these children, and that's it. That's all. Like, I keep very short and sweet.
Like, just ask me.
So my whole thing is like, bro, why are you painting this? You creating a false narrative right
That's
now.
how- but most men move like that. You gotta men to believe that you had attitude, and I was I'm like, I didn't even have a fucking attitude. Like, I wasn't even mad. You perceived I was mad because I was.
Why are you painting this false narrative?
Because what? I didn't even do
about me?
anything.
It's weird.
Let me let you know something. When I'm mad, you gonna know it. You not have to perceive it or guess or play no games. We got somebody in the comments that said that narcissistic people do that a lot. They make false narratives. They need attention. They do. That's so true. Miss Pierce, how you doing? She said her son's father used to do that, and I'm not sure what the hell that is. Craziness. That's what it is. They crazy. They need help. But that's the thing. Some people want their reality to be viewed as they want you to perceive them, and they want whatever perception is. They want you to think that that's their reality.
Yeah, sometimes people will create a
That
lie
sound like a job.
in their head,
It's
and they say it so
delusional
much that they
and
believe it
deluded.
themselves. They believe their own lies, and then they'll
And
regurgitate
then
it out of
they
their mouth
project them.
to the
But
point
the
where
crazy
they.
part
Yeah.
about it is with a lie, you got. So when you start lying, you
Now
have
you
to
gotta put another one
remember
on
the
top of it.
lie, and then
You
you have
gotta
to
put
remember
another one on
all the
top of
lies
it.
that went with it. So here you is telling a story, and it's a whole lie. Now you got to remember all of this stuff
Now
because the
you're
truth's
looking
gonna
crazy.
automatically
Now
come
you're
back.
looking crazy
Yeah.
as shit.
Like, you told me that. Like, I ain't tell you that. Like, yes, you did.
Because I definitely was looking like, are we into it? I didn't know. I just, I thought you was coming to get the kids this weekend. I don't get it. Like, that's all. Like, that's
I didn't even know
Nigga,
you.
I just married somebody yesterday. I don't give a fuck about what you talking about. Cause like, I'm living my best little life.
Like, what are we talking about?
I don't care what your business. It's so crazy. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's funny we talking about this because somebody just created this whole perception of a situation that never happened. The reality is,
And it's other
nigga,
people
I got
in the
other
world
shit to do.
that it's other people in the world that feed off of drama. So it's people that come
Yeah.
from these chaotic environments that when there is peace and quiet, that is unusual to them. So they cannot sustain. They need chaos. They need drama. They
That's
feed off of
funny
it.
you
They
said
always
that.
got to be in it.
when
I don't want to
when
be
I
Some
was
in
people
it
ain't
talking-
all the
happy
time.
unless they mad about some
right
shit.
That's
when I
so
was
crazy.
talking to one of my friends about the whole situation, I was like, he just thrives on chaos. Like,
That's crazy.
And then but will say, I don't want no drama in my life.
But you
You're
are the drama.
creating the drama. You're the creator of it right now. Like,
Oh, that's Miss
Just-
Happy from Face the
like,
Music.
it's
Hey,
crazy.
girl.
Yeah, that's Miss Happy.
oh hey girl, what's going on? Hey. Oh shoot.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, they don't. She said they don't know. Miss Happy said they don't know how to live without drama, and they be the main root of it. If they take the common denominator of the drama, be them. Like, why do you need to always have? But that also could come from a childhood trauma. That could be somebody that lived in an environment that was always chaotic.
was always chaotic.
You know that one ghetto family that's deep as hell. That's always fighting. There's always some shit going down. Whatever, with the sister, with the cousin.
That's
with
the pattern that they
it's
learn.
always something going down, and they always calling like, hell yeah, we about to go fuck them. Like, it's always drama. Like, I don't want to go nowhere with y'all because we might have to end up in the shootout. Like, I'm straight. I'm gonna stay here. Because it's always drama wherever y'all go. Like, I don't want to go nowhere and I have to be worried about drama. You already got to go out, especially in Detroit. Shit, anything can happen anywhere because that city been hot for real.
I had a friend that's no longer
You're
a
not.
friend of mine, but she was like that. She was always involved in some type of drama, and every time one of like a big name or somebody like that was known around the city got killed, she knew them, and she was always, oh my.
Like, how you always know the
my-
dead people?
My that was my
Or the people that's
friend,
getting killed.
and this was this, and crying and everything at everybody's funeral.
Like, why
and I'm
you
just
know?
like,
Why you always
girl,
know?
The drama
why
queen.
you
Sound like a
always
drama queen.
there? Like,
So-
girl, let me separate myself from you because I
My
don't want to
baby-
get shot.
My baby mama had a friend.
Your baby mama.
Yeah, my baby mama. That's my kid's godmama. Her kid's godmama. So she had a friend that would turn into Tough Tone whenever we went out as a group. Like,
Oh, not one of them.
yeah. So if we
Mm,
go
okay.
out and somebody bump her, that bitch better watch where she going. And so we went out with her one time and she was on that, and we calmed the situation. My thing is, I'm too cute. Look, bitch, I came out
Not about to be fighting.
Not even that. And it's not because I'm not on that, because I can
fight,
get on that. But my thing is, I don't get fine, and I'm not, bitch. I don't want to do that, bitch. You know, my hair, my nails, I don't want to do that.
She one of them Tupac
We
ass
should-
like,
but
you
I
ain't shit
had
without
a
your
good
homegirls. If she was
time.
by herself, would she be like that?
And
Probably
so-
not,
Probably
because she
not.
had
Next
a
time be
crew
very,
of people
very
to back her
quiet.
up.
So the following time
Why
we
she
went
like
out,
that?
I had to pull my baby mama to the side. I say, look, I'm telling you right now, if sis get into a fight, don't help her, because that mean I gotta help you, bitch, because I'm not helping her. So don't hit nobody for her, so I don't have to hit nobody for you. Just she thinks she's
She
tough.
wanted this,
Let her
so
tough
let
ass
her-
get in it.
let
She
her
get
do
in
it.
it. Let her get herself out of it, because that makes no sense. I don't want to be out with nobody who like, oh, it's a bunch of us over to start some shit. No, the fuck you're not with me, because we gonna have a fight right here between us.
You know what's crazy? I'm thinking about this now, right? How many times I recall seeing a situation out at, I don't know if it was Lil Durk here in the city or somebody.
He don't never come. They said when we had stuff, they said Dirk don't be showing up.
They said Dirk. He was here recently, and that was the first time he was here in a long time.
But
They
every
said
time
he
it was a
wasn't
fight.
coming
It was
here.
a fight at the damn
Every
concert,
time he
right?
comes, they said he don't show
So
up.
my thing is,
No, he was
like,
here that time.
it was
They said he wasn't coming because he was
the
beefing
fight
with
was
people.
on video, and
beef
it's
with
been
niggas
several
from the
times where it's been female fights on video, and then you will see one female getting beat up, and her friends kind of standing on the background. The people always be talking about. People always be talking about the friend. Like, if that was my friend, I would have jumped in. But now in your case, right? It's like maybe this is the
Because I would have been the bitch
loudmouth.
in the background, like
Maybe this is the loudmouth chick that started this shit and got herself into the motherfucking mess. And it's like, I'm not about to. I'm not.
like I
about
hope you could fight sis.
But I think they did say like her brother or somebody did jump in because the girl
But I
I
just
saw
thought about it
that
like
fight.
that.
She got dragged
too.
and she had like 5 or 6 friends. They said who was
Right,
with
yeah.
her and
So
they
that's
didn't.
what I'm saying. I
Nobody
just
helped.
thought about situations like that where, you know, you see one
And you
girl
never
getting
know the
dragged,
story before.
and the friends ain't
Yeah.
doing nothing. It's like, okay, she was the loudmouth bitch. That's what that means.
Miss Happy Face said the thing about people who cause drama is they always play the victim. If she ain't said nothing,
Oh man.
if that ain't a mouthful right
Oh,
there,
man.
because baby,
'Cause
I hate
period.
a person that play the victim and you cause the problem. Is you fucking delusional? Do you not
Yes.
know that you did
That's
this?
damn near
That's
an indication.
exactly what
That's damn
they
near
are.
An indication of the
They
person
are
who.
delusional and
Like, what?
diluted.
What
They're
are we talking
retarded.
about?
like
Retarded?
cause
Like what?
you started the shit. Like
You
what?
did this.
Now you want to act like, oh my god, what was me? Why
And
is
that's
this
definitely
happening?
a narcissistic
Go
trait.
away.
Because here you is egging on a situation until you get a reaction. As soon as you get a reaction, you want to play like, why you acting like this towards me? Why you doing this to me? You just was fucking with me until I came here. I was chilling, and then when you got me on 10, now you want to be
You
like,
came and
you
came
attacking
and
me.
opened the door for this shit. And
Now
then
you
when
wanna
I
act like
respond
I'm- like
to your
I'm attacking
bullshit,
you.
when I
Like,
respond to your
what?
bullshit, now I'm attacking you. Yeah.
like that ain't this and this ain't that.
Like
That's not what's
you
happening.
kept poking the bear. I kept leaving you alone. You kept poking the bear. Kept poking the bear. Kept
And
poking
now
the
the bear
Now
is woke,
I fucking
nigga.
woke up and I exploded. Now you like, oh my god, why would you do that to
It's
me?
the bear. Here comes the
Motherfucker.
bear.
It's the bear. You better run for cover.
You better get the hell on. Like it's so crazy. Like people just be,
Period.
they be
I'm
pushing
the
that
same-
envelope.
I'm the same way, Miss Happy Face, and that's crazy because I didn't used to be, and I used to be a real rah-rah, and I'm on that soon as, and it's crazy because my parents used to tell me all the time. My mom and my dad used to always be like, "Why you let people control you?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is they talking about? I whooped their ass. They ain't control shit. Like I
pushed
won
your
that
bu-
fight.
they pushed your button to
What we
beat you.
talking about?" And so when I got grown,
You
I
understood what they were
understood
saying.
that if somebody can do something to me that brings me out of my character, then they are in control. So
Yeah.
therefore, these days, as a grown ass woman, you don't have to physically come reach out and touch me to even get a reaction out of me because
Yeah.
you're not about to be. We're not about to have a lip box, bitch. No, that's not.
Yeah,
what I'm
I
about to do
just
with
was
you.
having this conversation with somebody. Like, at the end of the day, if you're not the person who controls how my bills get paid, you're not the person who's controlling
what are we arguing
anything
about?
in my life. So at the end of the day, I'm not about to sit here and give you this 10 seconds to argue with you about nothing because I don't even care. So you can go on with that and your feelings. Bye.
And that's
Because
the
that's
issue
it.
some people have, or a lot of people have in a situation like this, is because you want to allow them into your circle to destroy your peace, and now you the bad guy because
That's
My
the
thing is, you
thing.
have to protect your peace with
You
a
do.
vengeance.
Not
At the end of
even
the
that.
day, you have
People-
to protect your peace to the point where, listen,
People
if God Himself ain't coming to
love-
tell me to go and have a conversation with this person, I ain't.
And the thing
I'm
is,
not.
people love to be around people that have good energy. So it's nothing wrong
And
with
then
that.
they try to drain
it's
that good
nothing
energy
wrong with
from
you
you.
wanting to be around somebody that
leeches,
has
you
good
got
energy.
leech,
Yeah.
It's
energy
called they are
leeches,
called
or
vampires.
Yes.
Yeah, they call
They
energy
vampires.
vampires. But it's nothing wrong with being around people that has good energy or wanting to be around people with the good vibe. Like I told y'all, when the people got off my bus yesterday, I was like, I can't wait to go on a trip with you again. You so fun, your vibe, your aura, your this, your that. Cool, I get that. But the thing is, you have to make sure that you are around people that want good energy, that are reciprocating that same good energy. It's no point of you being somewhere where you the only good energy in the room. Get your ass up and get the hell up out of there.
Because at the end of the day, even like, because I know me, like, and I was having this conversation, like, I know me, I have a very big energy. And you know, sometimes, and I used to feel some type of way, like, people would be like, I don't know if I like her or whatever. Now I just don't give a damn, because I know I come from a genuine place, and I am definitely a big energy, and I used to be like, okay, people got to take me in doses or whatever. But the thing is, once you get into this room of this energy, baby, you love it. You love it here. You're gonna always love it here, because I always come from a genuine happy place, and I'm just that person. But at the end of the day, if you come into these rooms and these areas with people who just like, oh, she's too much. Yes, baby, I'm too much. You just ain't enough. And you need to get you some good energy like this. Because at the end of the day, those people are really miserable. And they really insecure about
do not know
your
that happiness
character.
begins within themselves. Those are the people that don't know themselves. Those are the people that's probably struggling with all type of traumas or whatever.
And they don't know how to be their authentic
and stressed.
selves.
Yeah, and they have no clue. They don't even know the first step.
So, and they be like, oh, you too much, huh? Simmer down. Baby, I ain't got to simmer down. Because it's me everyday order.
Hey, T-Boss.
Hey, girl.
Yeah.
I ain't never changed it for not a person.
No, like that, and that's the thing. So
I'll never change
that was my thing in the barbershop. I said, so what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to change who I am, and then to attract somebody
people?
like that makes no sense. I say,
not at all. Not at all.
I'm not gonna change who I am, because that don't make sense to me.
Like if a person is gonna, if a dude is gonna talk to you, approach you and come ignorant just based off what he sees, and that speaks on him.
He's an idiot.
That speaks on
That's his character.
That's
his character.
Place, you know what I'm saying?
His character is lost. He's a lost individual, because if you see me and you
make that
you
kind
got
of judgment off you.
Tattoos, piercings, and hair colored hair. Now, oh, she must be one of them. Get the fuck on, because at the end of the day,
you need to go find you one of them.
You are a problem. You're the problem. Because, boy, please, stop it.
That's why I said that's just the perception of men. That's of majority of men. You know what I mean? Who don't have the observation of knowing how to read
But
women.
those are the guys who also don't have no substance anyway. So who want to spend time and talk to you?
Exactly.
Who want to spend time on you?
I'm a sucker for a dope conversation, and half of these niggas can't even get past what you're doing.
Oh, don't what you doing me to death. Jesus Christ, I feel like, did we just talk about this?
What you doing?
Oh, Jesus, that just made me so angry, bro. Like, especially when I take the time to finally allow you to have my number, and what you doing me to death, and you don't have nothing else to say but what you doing, how your day, nigga. Leave me alone, okay? My day. What you about to do? Block you. Cause why is you keep texting me? You done text me. What you doing 137 times, sir? Is you gonna take me out to eat, or is you gonna, have a deeper conversation about something?
Goofy?
Like, you goofy as hell if you think I'm about to just sit here and what you doing?
Are
Boy,
you
I am busy, booked and busy.
Baby.
I don't need you. Listen, I don't need you to be texting. What you doing? What you doing?
Plan something.
And them guys,
the
the one who saw you as looking like a stripper or whatever, them guys who gonna what you doing you to death. So you just dodged a motherfucking bullet.
Oh, I was dodging anyway.
You dodged all type of bullets.
When he started walking towards me, I knew please don't come over here, sir.
Sir, please.
Don't come over here.
Please, sir. Stop
please
it.
Don't.
Stop
please
it, sir.
Don't come over here.
I don't. This ain't that. I'm gay.
And then that,
like,
they think gay mean threesome, and that's not it.
Lord, they don't even care about you.
So your phone and your hair match all the time, huh? I'm noticing a trend and shit. Like, I think it's because this ain't the first time that I've seen that.
So about your phone and your hair,
and then your nails might compliment as well and shit. I'm noticing.
And they do.
Yeah,
they do. It's the whole thing.
For the most part, I probably just started adding a nail thing in there because I didn't used to do that all the time, and I'm probably it's not gonna be a thing all the time because I changed my nails a lot. But my hair,
you change your hair a lot. You probably don't have different hair when you leave here.
My hair and my
not
phone.
when she leave here, but
my hair and my
definitely
phone case.
before the next show.
No, I'm keeping this in for a while. This took a long time to do, baby. But yeah, hair. My hair and my phone case usually always match.
Dig it.
She been, like I said, she did have rainbow, right? You had rainbow hair at one time.
I did. I had it for my birthday, my 30th birthday. My hair was rainbow. I done had every color under the sun. So my thing is, like I said,
and then
if a dude knew you, he'd know that was your style,
what
right?
you say? What you say? The lady said, "You so brave to do that." I'm not brave enough.
But that's not even a thing because I I get why she said that, and I didn't take that as offensive when she said it, because here it is. Like I said, I was this version of me that I am now. I have not always been. It took a lot
You
for
weren't
me
brave
to
enough
get
back
here,
then either, right?
so I can get where she coming from when she say that. But I like when I got diagnosed with my diseases, I went through a really deep, dark depression. It, you know, when somebody tell you that you got something that, you know, oh, you might not live as long as you thought you was.
Right.
So here I am thinking of, if I got a limited time to live, then I'm gonna live.
I got to do as much as
big.
I can. Yeah.
I'm not gonna live small. I'm not gonna live timid.
hard.
I'm not gonna live scared. I'm not
Go
gonna live in
hard.
fear. So my thing
Walk
is,
in your
I
truths.
literally, you know, I do shit. So I done been places, and they be like I don't know how to swim, and so I went on a cruise, and they like, you gonna go on a cruise? I said, well, even if I didn't know how to fucking swim on a cruise, if the ship goes down, I can't swim up out of the ocean, no way. Even if I do know how to swim.
Titanic.
So my thing is this: I don't live in fear. After
Some
I
people-
got
some
over
people- some
the
people look at the
depression,
cup
I
half
don't live in
full.
fear
Some people
because
look at it half empty.
at any
A
given
lot of
moment,
people look at it half empty. And
any
that's
day
sad.
can be your last day. So I never want to be like, damn, I wish I woulda, or damn, I coulda, damn, I shoulda. I'm going for it.
Oh man.
Don't live with regrets. Just do what you feel that you want to do. Like, you wake up and listen, baby, you want to skydive that day, baby, just skydive. Do what you want to do, whatever it is. Listen, I got a whole slew of things that I'm just embarking on. And then people, when you get to that version that you're talking about, people be like, you're not the same.
And I'm not supposed to be.
And they be like, I don't even know you no more. Cause you
Yeah,
right.
I'm not-
You
You
don't know
evolve.
me.
You're
I've
supposed to
evolved.
I'm supposed to change.
And this version of me, you
Anything
can't sit with.
that is not growing is
You
dead.
can't sit
They
with.
look at you funny because you changed, but you should look at them funny because they stay in the damn same
Exactly.
all of this
Because why'd
time.
you complacent?
You had the
Because-
same 24 hours that I got in my day, but you looking at me because have advanced.
Yeah.
And I'm not on the same corner doing the same thing in the same spot that you doing. Now I'm wrong.
It's
You
just
think
really-
you're better than me.
Anything
It's
that's not growing,
mind-boggling.
anything that is not growing is dead.
It's dead.
It's there. So why is you, and you still staying the same?
I'm
You've
very
been
much
in the
alive
same spot for the
and
last
living.
10 years, baby. You need to do something different.
Okay.
You need to elevate. Like, maybe you should follow the trend I'm setting in front of you. Because why is you still sitting there looking crazy and miserable? Because those people be the most miserable ones.
Yes.
The ones who be sitting there, like,
Yeah,
worrying about what
misery
you're
loves
doing and
company.
judging what you're doing
And
every
y'all know
5
what?
seconds.
Miserable people set themselves up for failure all the time. So I've been dealing with a situation. I've never said it. I've never spoke on it on the show, told none of y'all. I was working with somebody who made my skin crawl. And I know that's the worst metaphor to give y'all, but her energy was so fucking low. And you know, I'm an empath, so I could feel when something is off. She had like this dark energy on her. She was always miserable. It was always a problem. She was always just like, I wanted her to have a hug and a therapist. Like, she been through some shit and she need to heal from it. Like, and I got that from her. And I don't even know this. I don't know this woman. I don't know her backstory, but I feel like she needed something or somebody. She was one of those people that had that energy. She definitely got abandonment issues. She definitely feel like she needs to be the center of attention at all time. If somebody's talking about something about you, she gonna make it about her. She want to take your shine. If the spotlight on you, she take it off of you, put it on me right now. Like, I need you to pay attention to me right now. If I'm I could be having a conversation with another coworker across the room, and we talking about something, and she wants to be included badly.
Like,
she needs to be included. And I'm like, somewhere somebody ignored her. That's what that is a sign of. Somebody ignored you, or you was one of those kids that told you, shut up, go on somewhere and sit down. Because when you treat children that way, then therefore they grow up needing to be heard and needing to be seen because they feel like they never got that as a kid.
Right.
But she basically she basically got herself fired from my job. And I was just like, I hope that she heals, because it's going to be, if you don't, you're going to go somewhere else and it's going to become a thing again. Like,
And it's probably like, this ain't where it started.
I know for a fact that ain't where it started.
So this ain't where it started. So this
So
has
that's probably
been
not where it's
her.
going to end.
Yeah, so this
Yes,
has been
Erica,
her thing.
you don't know the new me. That's the one. You do not know the new me.
And you can't sit with me. Shit. Like, I don't be understanding.
Yeah.
Shit, like, people be so angry, like, and it's people who I don't really associate like that with, and they be hating on me from afar, and I just be like, well, why? Just congratulate the shit I'm doing and keep it moving. We got healing energy.
Yes, we do. You got it.
I got it this week.
Because ain't nobody got time to play with Mark and his little dead ass cat.
What I do?
Remember you playing that fucking howling ass
I
cat?
ain't even doing that.
He was.
I'm gonna turn that shit off. That little dead
That
ass
bullshit.
cat.
That bullshit that you
I'm
playing
saying y'all
with.
because y'all was fighting. That's why y'all was.
We
having
wasn't
a
even
cat
fighting.
fight. Y'all was having a cat
You
fight.
weren't even fighting.
All right, go ahead.
That cat need a vet.
Yeah, that cat sounds sick.
Did that cat get shot?
I don't know. It sounded like it was stuck on a fence or
There was
something.
something going
There was
on.
something
I
wrong.
don't know.
What's going on?
cat.
Where did you find this sound?
Give me the healing energy.
You know
You
what?
need it.
You need it. You
Well,
need
the
it.
cat
The
need
fucking
it.
cat
The
needs the
cat
healing
need
energy.
it. That's what give it. What give it then?
First rule of self-care, fuck them people. That's it, because that's what we talked about today. Fuck them
Period.
people.
That's
Fuck
a
them people
very-
and what they got to say and what they feel. Fuck them.
That's a
That's
very
it.
abrasive healing energy.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
That was
but
random ratchetness.
that was a little random ratchet, but listen, this is about, self-care. And I am here to embark on everybody's getting their self-care journeys. And that when you get on that journey, you will understand why I said fuck them people. Because you don't have to live in everybody else's shadows and what they feel about you or what they perceive of you. Don't nobody give a fuck about their perception because that's not your reality. Okay?
Live for you. Boom.
That was your healing energy on this self-care Sunday.
Get it? Got it? Good.
Period. Okay.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend
Hey,
to
Miss
catch
Happy,
a
we
vibe.
love that you tuned in. We tuned in on your
Yep.
show all the
To
time.
anybody and everybody that was on and in the comments and watching and told somebody and shared it, thank you so much.
And sorry we didn't get to all the comments. Mark being what he being.
Yep, she threw you under the bus. It's all your fault. See y'all.
Are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
H.E.R.Rbe Production.
7 Mile Radio.